Okay, one. Oh, good morning, good evening. How you doing, everybody here tonight? In Crash Test Dummies, it is Monday night, 7:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are here talking. We are talking lots. Can anybody hear me talking? I might be in two different rooms at the same time. So anyway, what we have going on here tonight, sorry if I have the background noise going on, we're a little bit tough. We're going to start that again in the reset because I do not have my YouTube live on tonight, so I'm talking a mile a minute. So we are talking today about CrashGPT. What does that mean? What does that have to do with movies and crashing? Well, FTX was a crash. Crash Test Dummies a crash. But I want to talk about Grand Theft Auto, the movie, the games, and the crashes. CrashGPT, well, because I'm really getting tired of talking about ChatGPT and so many of these other rooms. ChatGPT is amazing. What could we do with ChatGPT in the movie safety world? I thought about Grand Theft Auto. The games you could play, the walls you could build through, what you could do to create your own world in Grand Theft Auto. And I thought we should go back to the original inspiration, the film. Let me go back to where my film is here. Everybody, the movie. Ron Howard. Fantastic Ron Howard. I gotta step away here, but check out Ron Howard. We have Ron Howard. We have Rance Howard. We have the amazing Clint Howard. Come on, Clint Howard. The great Clint. Not Clint Eastwood, Clint Howard. We also have Gary Marshall, the underworld boss. Gary Marshall, the fantastic man of the 70s and 80s. He gave us Happy Days. He gave us Laverne and Shirley. He gave us Mork and Mindy. He gave us so many great things as baseball teams, but he was a precursor to everything we love so much right now in the gaming world. Grand Theft Auto. Thank you very much, Gary Marshall. Anyway, let's go back to that one. Grand Theft Auto, CrashGPT. We're going to get there. ChatGPT? No, but we're going to use ChatGPT to figure out a way to make Crash Test Dummies better. Thinking about talking about Grand Theft Auto. So Grand Theft Auto is a 1977 road action comedy film starring and directed by Ron Howard, his first feature film directorial. Excuse me, looking away, I have to read, so it's accurate. Don't want to be wrong. I paraphrase a lot of stuff that I know really well. Movies, I know well, but I want to be careful with this one because if you look back, he owns the title but not the game. How about that? Wonder how much that goes back to Corman. Everyone knows who Corman is. Corman, the Carmack, the EE game legend. However, it's working out here. I want to read more about that. But it is a rich girl stealing her dad's Rolls Royce, heads off to Vegas to get married. However, her angry parents, a jealous suitor, and a bunch of rewards happen after that one. So I've been looking up stunts on that. It's actually kind of hard to find, but the trailer is freaking amazing. It has an amazing, you should look for the movie poster on this one. It's so cheesy funny. We should really be talking about going back to a great 70s other movie, American Graffiti. Ron Howard's 70s stuff is phenomenal. You see him dancing, you see him jumping around. I'm going to pause this right now because that's a great movie. How does that relate? Breaking the walls. What can we do to break the walls in CrashGPT? So I thought we should take some of the great moves that they have in Grand Theft Auto. And in Grand Theft Auto, what can we do in a crash? We've talked about the neck braces. We've talked about the whiplash. We've talked about the hands device that car racers use that could have saved the great Richard Petty's life, the Hans device. Hands, excuse me for the mispronunciation, hurt a few different ways. We've talked about some of the things that could do that hurt Uma Thurman, her neck, in Kill Bill. We've talked about Brad Pitt and his wrists in 7. We've talked about so many injuries. Talking about the autos. So, autos are absolutely phenomenal. When we're talking about crashes, let's talk about straight in, what could we do in drifting? So if we go Grand Theft Auto and you're drifting through a wall, what do you need in your vehicle to make sure you're not crashing into the wall? You need crash belts. 5-point harnesses. We've talked about the 5-point harnesses. You don't need the ring in the back, but you want to make sure you are secured in there. So, have ChatGPT design a way to crash. Let's talk about how we could design a great 5-point harness with an actually enclosed Hans device that can be popped in and popped out like they are right now, but comfortable for the movie set. How can we make that work well for a movie set? We should talk about that more. We'll talk about that more right now. We're going to talk about it a little bit further on because Crash Test Dummies is amazing. So let's talk about the Hans device. So if you actually had this device actually built into your seat and just snap it right back in and out again, it keeps your shoulders back, it keeps your neck back, and we can actually do that. So what if you could actually figure out a way to hook up your suit, like a Rococo suit, actually film your actors in your VR world? This is how we're getting into crypto here. Be careful on this one. This is how we're going to be getting there is to hook yourself up virtually into the actual 3D metaverse world of a Grand Theft Auto. It's got to be coming. You know it's coming. You know somebody's working on it. See an awful lot of reading all about it. Some of the movies that have and have not gone. Things like the Game Changers here, Daniel Radcliffe, after 2002. So many things going on about that. But let's talk about what we could actually do. So, how about creating a whole world in Grand Theft Auto virtually using some type of suit, a haptic suit. I just said one name just because I talked to them. They're great people. Using a haptic suit and then creating a way to get your safety 5-point harness and your hands device, get you virtually into the cockpit and live your world, and so you can start crashing. Now, what if you could monetize all that stuff too? What if you could actually turn CrashGPT into a game? All of a sudden, Crash Test Dummies becomes not ChatGPT, but CrashGPT. I want to make sure that's on film right here, right now. CrashGPT is going to be the new token of the Crash Test world. No, I'm kidding. I'm just playing around right there, but I want to talk about that right now because there's been so much talk about ChatGPT, FTX crashes, the actual electronic crashes, crashing the world because this currency is so crazy, so strange. What are we actually going to do about that? So let's talk about that. I crash in the real world. I make sure people don't get hurt at work. That's what we do. We talk about making sure that people don't get hurt at work. I make sure that the devices that people work with, keep them safe. So, if you want to have a little bit of fun, we could talk a little bit further about how we could actually create safe ways to exist in the metaverse, design things in the metaverse, and then make it fun. Let's take a Grand Theft Auto, turn it into a crash test dummy or a CrashGPT type of room where we could actually have a tremendous amount of fun. Creating a world to stay safe. We could put this into a movie. Let's create a way that we could be crash test dummy in the metaverse in an actual Rican world. I think that'd be a great way to do it. We're going to talk further. Have a great day. Take care.